We got double rainbow. So I'm gonna talk in this video about 5-star service, and people always expect to be treated as with like not like they're just a number, and that's what separates some businesses from the other businesses. Yeah, of course there's like quick service restaurants, that one thing, but especially if you look like at the spa industry, right? It's all about remembering little things. Even look at what separates like Ritz-Carlton hotel from other hotels is that they really put high priority to make sure their guests are, they remember like what kind of shampoo you like, little things like that. And if something goes wrong, they have $250 allowance for their staff to make it up for the guests, maybe buy them a box of chocolates or something, because there are things that might go wrong out of our control. Like for us, sometimes happen, staff got sick. We have to change, the schedule, the last minute, ask customer if they can come later or earlier. I mean, that's going to happen, right? But regardless, oh, that guy just jumped into the water. There's a lot of seaweed today. I was earlier in the water. I did running and then went in the water. And then I was doing a pool for an hour. I met these ladies from Ohio. They were nice ladies. We talked about so today's my kind of self-care versus and some work day, Sunday. Tomorrow I'm going to IFPG franchise networking with brokers retreat. So we'll see. That's my first time there, how that will go. But there's different franchises out there as well, and what separates good ones from bad ones is the quality of services they provide, the support for their franchisees they provide. And that's kind of the franchise I want to be, we want to be. We really put on high priority list to provide as good support to people as possible. Ooh, the sun went behind that building. Now I'm in the shade. It's pretty tall buildings out there. So yeah, so it is like remembering, customer, making notes. Maybe they came in last time, it was anniversary with their spouse. Ask them how their spouse is doing, or kids. Maybe they always like to have peppermint aromatherapy, remember things like that. Not just reading, what's in the medical history, but also little things like that. Maybe they told you that they started a new business endeavor. Ask them how it's going. So making little notes like that is going to separate you from the rest of the people. And that builds rapport. Then they feel like they are almost your friend. They feel like they will come to see you. And of course, you don't want to be intrusive. But if they share certain details, you can always make a note about it. I wish that building didn't cover the sun. I was enjoying it. I did put sunscreen on myself. We PCA, we do carry this. Sunscreen's mineral based. Don't forget, if you are outside, want to put the sunscreen on. And then as a franchise, we provide training for our employees about these kind of minor things. Because sometimes when people come from other staff, other spas, they might not know that they must read the intake form, and then they do the verbal intake to make sure they really come off as professional, because if a client fills out the intake form and the therapist, you don't read the intake form, and then they already wrote something in there and you asking them again like you clueless, why you here. They'd be like, well, that person didn't read my intake form. Why did I even fill it out? So wanna say, I read in the intake form that you had lower back pain, priority to resolve today. Is that right? Is that still the case? Since you booked the appointment, has anything changed? And for regular customers, things are gonna evolve, and you always ask. Sometimes, things can change within a day for a person. So paying attention to little things, and then when offering them certain upgrades or products, retail products, really have to focus on um, education and what's best for them. I guess we're gonna have some music now in the background. What's best for them, how they are going to benefit from that service or product. If we using, if they came in for a hydrating facial, and we say, this is what's going to help to prolong the and maintain the benefits of the facial we're doing today, this hyaluronic acid boosting serum, this is what I want you to have. It is going to be very beneficial for them. If you explain, we also use this active ingredient during your facial. Don't you love that rainbow? I do. And that makes sense that you would offer, that same corrective for them to take home. And then, certain scripts really separate you from the rest of the crowd. Is like, not asking, hey, would you like to book again? Or, hey, would you like to buy this? But no, saying, based on the things we talked today, the most beneficial time for you to come back would be 3 to 4 weeks. Does Monday sound good? That's how you would book people. The same with products, based on my observations today, based on things that we talked about today. For your skin, this is the ultimate product to use at home. Let's make that investment, or package of 3 facials. Let's have continued success with what we're doing right now. Plus, they can save money with packages. Let me know your opinion on these topics, and maybe you have certain things to share as a consumer that you experienced, or as a provider, if you are a provider that works or doesn't work in your business or practice, and maybe what's challenging for you. And I will see you next video. You guys all have a brilliant day, and I'm going to enjoy this rain.